I may have won this round.
You won this round, definitely.
Today we're going to be making a lime cracker pie, 10-minute lime cracker pie actually, from Kenji Lopez-Alt at Serious Eats. And I have a very special guest here today, and he happens to be an icebox cake expert, which will come in handy with this recipe. Are you excited to make lime cracker pie?
I am excited to make lime cracker pie. I've never made a pie with Ritz crackers, so this is gonna be fun.
But you make a lot of icebox cakes, I hear.
I do. My wife and I had a fight last night about whether the Tate's chocolate cookies or the Nabisco famous chocolate cookies are the best ones to make.
One time in early days of Food 52, we did kind of a icebox cake off,
Nice.
like a competition where we just did a bunch of weird stuff. And so we did it with graham crackers, we did it with Biscoff cookies. Tate's were a big hit. They were an excellent.
They're my favorite.
Yeah, yeah?
My wife is sure that I'm wrong,
Yeah.
but they're my favorite.
So this is kind of along the same lines, but instead of using cookies, we're using, you know, these lovely Ritz crackers that do you enjoy a Ritz?
The best American cracker,
Yeah.
yes.
All right.
Except for maybe Club, but yes, Ritz is up there.
I think Club could be just fine too.
Yeah,
Why not?
I know, I love Club crackers.
Anything can be an icebox cake.
Mm-hmm. Anything can be an icebox cake.
Anything.
Let's see.
Okay. All we have to do is zest and juice the limes.
Okay.
And I'm afraid that there's a lot more juicing than there is zesting.
That's fine, I'm not really a zester.
Okay.
So,
What I've heard though is that you have an interesting way of zesting.
yes. I've always just used a fork, and you do it like this.
Always? Like,
Yeah,
since when?
like
Since childhood?
My mom used a fork,
Yeah?
I use a fork. My wife thought it was odd too, but
I don't
yeah.
think it's odd. I'm just,
Yeah.
I'm excited to know that
So
it's
you just
possible.
like kind of push it in and like scrape the, it does work.
It does work.
There we go. It's not fast.
It's not fast, but
Yeah.
it works in a pinch, or if you're camping or stuff like that.
Yeah, because when you're camping, what you're doing is zesting. When I go camping, the first thing I'm like, I need to zest a lime for a cocktail.
I guess I don't camp very much. Well, do you mind if I show you? Even you
No,
can
please.
Keep going.
If you've got an easier way to do this, that's great.
Well, okay, so I think my boss and yours, Meryl Stubbs.
Oh, yes.
She zests up so it catches all the zest.
Oh, on the microplane.
Yeah.
And you have gotten so much more zest than I did. Yeah,
I may have won this round.
you won this round, definitely.
This recipe only calls for like a tablespoon of zest and a whole lot more lime juice. It's very tangy, but you don't want a lot of lemon zest because it'll get kind of bitter.
Right.
So we can start juicing now.
Okay.
Why are we gonna roll these limes, Jim?
I don't know. I've just always done it. Why do you roll the lime?
Because you know how in lemons and limes there's those little like membranes?
Right.
So as you're doing that, it's just kind of loosening them all up, and it just makes them easier to juice. You get more juice out of it if you roll it well first than if you just kind of go at it. How do you like to juice
So
limes?
I like to juice with a glass juicer. The thing I like about it is that it does a really good job of like getting all of the juice out.
I think you're gonna win this round because that looks extremely effective and you don't even have to strain it afterwards.
Nope.
The way that I do it is I just squeeze it through my hand. The seeds catch like in my fingers, but the juice falls through.
I want to see like how much more juice we can get out of it with this thing.
Oh, wait, oh, I see, okay. Science, here.
Science.
Aha,
More juice.
more juice.
There we go.
That wins.
Yeah.
So we did the prep work, this is the hard work, and now we get to make the creamy, custardy-ish base that we're gonna layer our crackers in. And here's where the magic happens. When lime juice mixes with dairy, either cream or sweetened condensed milk, it thickens it because of the acid interacting with the dairy. You whisk for about a minute and it'll like start getting thick pretty fast.
Oh, wow. It like turned into a batter.
Yeah. That's why we
We're
needed
making a cake.
Yeah. Yes. That's why we needed all that lime juice. Now we layer.
Yeah. it looks like a delicious dip.
Yeah, like what, like queso?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, it's so thick. It's totally the texture of queso.
I have mad whisking skills. Mm-hmm. Wow, that's really good.
Now we layer.
Now we layer.
Enough to coat the bottom, however much that is. So the only reason we're using Ritz is because that was Kenji's approximation of the Colombian cracker ducalis that they use when his wife's aunt makes it in Colombia, I guess, to be
Linda.
specific. Gloria.
Gloria.
Mhm. Yeah. Don't waste any, except that whatever's left behind we can eat like queso.
True.
Okay, we're done baking, Jim. Now we wait for 2 hours to overnight.
Okay.
Just kidding, we're not gonna wait for 2 hours to overnight. Pete, we have our lovely, thank you.
Thank you. Am I supposed to?
So now, this is the last little bit you can do. And you wanna do this last minute because otherwise in the fridge it gets so dry and sad, crispy. Okay, and if you have our devices or serving things, thank you. May I serve you
Yes,
some?
you may. The cake got many, many more layers in there than
Yeah,
we
we
did.
were pretty lackadaisical with our layers. So it's still a little bit crunchy, which is also tasty, as we know from sampling queso style, but the longer you leave it, the more cakey it gets. Thank you.
Wow.
Sorry, I got nothing to wrap this up. Hopefully, did some. Cheers.